Yes, yes, yes. Gotta wait a second here. All right, we should be live on YouTube. How is everybody doing today? Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome one, welcome all. Yeah, I'm at the park, and it's a little chilly, but the sun is out. It's a beautiful day, though. Looks gorgeous. I have to tell you, folks, it's been a very, very, very productive day for me today. I feel like I'm on fire. En fuego, right? For our Spanish speaking crowd. Did I say that right? Spanish speaking crowd. Don't want to get caught up in any tongue twisters here. Give me a second here. That way this thing's not going to rub up against my wire and make a weird noise that you'll hear through the microphone. The Queen is here. Everything all good, Queen? Should I do my famous line, can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? And many other people have coined after me, right? It's rather interesting how many phrases have been coined at my expense, right? That's okay. That's okay. It's a way to show love, appreciation, and respect without having to actually say it, right? Directly to the person that I mean for, using their catchphrases, right? Yeah, people love Coach Eli's catchphrases, right? I'll give the trolls something here. They can create a video called Coach Eli's catchphrases and hope that my copyright match tool doesn't pick it up. I'm just having some fun. I feel great. Have a lot to update you folks on here today. This is going to be pretty much an update show to update you folks on some things that are actually going to be happening sooner than expected. And, we can talk about anything and everything. So if you come in the chat, and there's somebody coming on the other side, so I'm going to just cross. So if you have any, questions, comments, or concerns regarding anything, if you have any questions regarding dating situations and business situations and stuff like that, you can still ask them during this show in the live chat or in the comments section. But I'm doing this show today to update you folks on some things that I've just been working on, and it's oh man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but if you want to make it on YouTube, you want to make it in the online world and run your business successfully and get your message out there successfully, this is what you have to do. And when you really love what you do, like I've said in the past, it's not even really work. Now, I love what I do. But when I tell you what I'm going to be doing over the next, probably over the next 24 to 26 hours, once this show gets started, it's going to, it may blow your mind. Who knows? It takes a lot to blow people's minds nowadays. Queen, thank you for putting the topic in there. I think I said that a second ago, did I? I'm kind of a little bit forgetful today because I've been just so focused. I'll share about that in just a little bit here. I'm going to wait for a few more people to get the notification and pop on in. I hope everyone had a great weekend and you're starting off your new week on the best foot forward possible. You're staying out of trouble. You're not causing any issues, not only offline, but online as well, right? That's funny nowadays. People say, yeah, I had a great weekend, but, I'm just messing around on the internet and messing around with people, right? Come on. Is that really the most productive use of your time? I mean, I get it. Look, I get it, folks. It's really fun to go toe-to-toe with people at times. I'm not going to lie. All right? It can be entertaining. It can feel good to let it out, right? But as you get older, you start to realize that it just isn't worth it, right? And if you want to create something great that's going to truly help people in many productive ways, you've got to stay focused. You've got to stay focused. And you got to pretty much do what I'm going to share with you in a little bit here, what I'm doing, in addition to what I'm already doing. Why would I cause trouble online when I am too busy posting like crazy? Well, Queen, I think you know by now, you've been a part of this Coach Eli clan group for about 2.5 years at least. I think you know that what I say isn't necessarily directed towards you, but you like to engage, and I like that about you, Queen. You like to engage. You like to jump in feet first, right? Or head first, or whatever, right? You like to just jump on in, which is great. I wish more people were like you that weren't lazy, or that aren't lazy, and just dive on in, right? But you've been around for a while, so you pretty much know how I do things and what I'm trying to accomplish out here. I look at you as more of a friend and a collaborator than someone that actually needs my help. I mean, I think having friends is a great thing. That's a great way to support each other. And I'm always willing to support my moderators, or collaborators free of charge, because we benefit off of each other in different ways than financially. But I don't necessarily, expect my moderators to come to me for help. I'm happy to help. Don't get me wrong. And some of the things I just talk about help people in general, or just motivate people in general in a positive and uplifting way, right? So yeah, Queen says that she knows. So let's go ahead and get right to it here as I turn the corner. I'm going to do at least 3 laps today, maybe 4. Let's see how I feel. I'll probably only do 3 laps because I've got to get back home and make myself something to eat, or maybe grab something real quick, because I'm going to be working probably until about 9 o'clock or 9:30 tonight. My lady, who's probably watching live right now, she sent me a text saying that I'll be taking lunch during the time you go live. Good day to you, ma'am, if you're here. Hope all is well. I have a funny story to share about a request she made. And maybe it'll embarrass her, but see, nobody knows who she is. And for the time being, we're going to keep her anonymous out here for obvious reasons of what I've dealt with in the past when I've made other important people in the past in my life publicly known. We're gonna protect the, so to speak, innocent, right? But let's just get right to it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from Red Morton Park. This is episode number 182. 182 of these, almost in the books. Wow. We're getting closer to 200 Walking with Purpose episodes. What did Queen say? I cannot see. I've got the sun like right in my eye. Just call her anonymous. You know what the funny thing is, Queen? I was talking with her for about 3 hours, a little over 3 hours last night. Had a really good conversation. And she would have no problem doing videos with me on my channel right now, and she would have no problems just ignoring these trolls or giving them a piece of her mind and this and that. But I told her, I said, it's not even you that I'm concerned about. They would look you up, and if they can't get to you to get to me, then they're going to get to your family, your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, your kids. They will look you up, and they will find out every single aspect of your life that you care for, because obviously I've, made you aware of what's going on, and you're well versed on it, and it won't get to you. So if they can't get to you to get to me, they're going to get to your family to get to you to get to me. That's how pathetic these people are, right? So I think before we bring the lady on publicly on my channel down the road, we need to talk with all her family members and all that and make them aware. Trust me, I'm doing it right this time. So when it finally gets there and my channel will be bigger, once my channel grows, I'll have more protection from YouTube anyway. But yeah, that's what happens. But yeah, no, Queen, she has told me there's nothing anyone can do to change the way she feels about me. Okay, I'm going to go with that. I have no reason to not trust her or believe her. I do trust her and I believe her. But, hey, I'm a realistic guy. Women can change their minds. And she's thinking right now, no, I'm never changing my mind. Okay, I've heard that before, babe, but I'm going to believe you until you give me a reason to not believe you. And if you never give me that reason, then I'll always believe you, right? Is that a fair statement or what, right? That's a fair fucking statement, right? I'm going to wait for this person to pop on by, walking a little bit faster than me. But yeah, it's episode number 182, and today we're going to be discussing Before Bedtime with Eli, coming soon, and other channel updates. One more time, Before Bedtime with Eli, coming soon, and other channel updates. Okay, there are some people coming. I'm going to pull up to the side here for a second. Lots of people have been out walking lately. That's pretty good. It's kind of distracting when I'm doing these live streams or pre-recorded videos while I'm walking. But it's really just nice to see people. So, just waiting for some people to pass. There were some young kids, and I always try to not make it obvious that I'm live, because when they know you're live, that's when they'll jump and say, yeah, hey, right? I get it. I was young once too. I did some stupid shit when I was young. No harm intended, but you know how us guys are when we're younger. And we're kind of still the same way as we get older. We just learn how to, manage ourselves a little bit more. we become a little more mature, or like they say, mature, right? Mature, right? At least, at least some of us mature. I wouldn't say all of us do, because there are a lot of guys my age that seriously need some help in the personal maturity arena, and I can help them out, but unless they're open to the help. If they're not mature enough to ask for help about personal maturity, then you're going to be uh, trying to figure it out on your own for a while, because you have to be open to the help before someone can help you, right? That's kind of funny, right? How can you How can you help a grown-ass man that's immature if they're not mature enough to ask for the help regarding their maturity, right? So, let me update you folks on what I did today. So, if you've been following me for the last 3 weeks, I mean, I've been running this channel on YouTube. I think the 3-year anniversary is coming up this week or next week. I have to look at the date, and I will do something special on that day. Maybe on a walk and from the studio as well. We're going to celebrate that day. It's also, I think it's about right around the 2-year anniversary that this channel has been monetized. I've been monetized for almost 2 years, or right around 2 years, with no issues. Never had any issues here. Why? Because I handle things respectfully, professionally, and maturely. I've had people try to flag me down. I even, for the first time ever, like about a month ago or so, I got a community guideline warning for cyberbullying and harassment, and it was a total mistake. I appealed it, and 5 minutes after I appealed it, I won the appeal. There was no I don't cyberbully and harass anyone. I told YouTube, I'm like, I'm like one of the few creators that creates positive, uplifting content. I don't see how this could be cyberbullying and harassment. Maybe your human reviewer or your automated system made an honest mistake. No worries. Just please take another look. 5 minutes later, literally 5 minutes later, the community guideline warning came off my channel, and my channel was clean again. Now, you do get one community guideline warning per channel. Once you get that warning, you can appeal it. And if you win the appeal, then the next time, excuse me, sorry, allergies. Then the next time you get a community guideline violation, or YouTube thinks you've done something wrong, it'll be another warning. Because if you appeal the warning and you win the warning, then you get another warning, because you didn't violate anything. It was a computer error or a human error, right? But anyway, so like I was saying, I've been working on a lot of things over the last 3 weeks, and this is the 3rd week in a row that I've been putting out daily videos Monday through Friday, walking with purpose, in the highest quality 4K at 60 frames per second. I released another video earlier today. Please check it out if you need something to watch, or if you're just looking to learn. If you're single especially, and you're struggling in this modern dating world, this modern online dating world, which we have all struggled with at one point or another, check it out. I did a video regarding, my thoughts about the swipe left and swipe right culture. Good 22-minute video there. Check that out. So, I was thinking, last night I talked with my lady for about, it was almost 3.5 hours actually. And, she's an intelligent woman, and she is a great conversationalist, and we kind of brainstorm off each other. And it's always a productive conversation when we have those lengthy conversations. We typically will talk at least an hour each night when we don't see each other, but sometimes it goes 2 or 3 hours if we get onto something. like her work, my work, right? The future, right? Stuff like that. Is that you, Sifu Smo? Hey, Coach says Sifu Smo. Dion's in the house. Queen says hello, Dion. Sifu Smo says hit the like. Yeah, smash the like and share it out if you guys can as well, too, on your community walls or anywhere else. Sifu Smo says, hey, Queen. My woman likes you, Dion. Except when you take your shirt off. She only likes it when I take my shirt off in front of her, Dion. You're one of those dudes that likes to publicly take off your shirt on YouTube. It's all good, dude. Dion, you're going to get to the point of where no matter how good of a body you have, as you get older, you're going to be like, I don't feel the need to show off how hot and sexy my body is, right? And that's only for one special lady, right? Now, I know you're a martial artist and you guys, fight with your shirts off. Ha ha ha, he's laughing, right? You see, you know what I think you like about me, Dion? I think you like the fact that I'm just pretty direct and honest, man. I'm not afraid to call anyone out on their shit, But I do it with love, bro. I do it with, in the same ways my father used to do it to me. But initially when I was younger, I didn't like it when my father was doing it to me. It's called tough love, right? You know what tough love is, right, Dion? Many people nowadays, don't give tough love anymore, and that's why all these issues are happening. That's why our youth nowadays are growing up spoiled and entitled, right? They feel like they're owed something or owed everything, right? And they don't want to earn a damn thing, right? Let me come over here. See what Dion said, because that sun is just horrible right now. It's part of my martial arts persona. I really don't have the best body type. Oh, you're in pretty good shape, Dion. I don't have the best body type either, but I'm in okay shape for my age, and I'm trying to get in a little better shape. I think right now I need to lose about 3 to 5 pounds. I say that to my lady, and she just starts like, come on now, you walk every day and this and that. The dude that rode by with a bike and he dinged me. Oh, dude, you're on the street. I'm on the sidewalk. Did you just want to, ding my show or? Man. So, anyway, so on top of these walking with purpose videos that I've been doing, I'm adding a new set of videos. I took an Epsom salt bath last night. I think that's where I was going. And I was brainstorming. After I talked with my lady for 3.5 hours, it was early on. It was only like about 10:30 when we got done on the phone, or 11 or something. So I went and I soaked in some Epsom salt for about an hour. And I was watching there's people coming, watching the replay of my stream from yesterday. I always, not always, but most of the time I'll watch my replays just to make sure everything looked good and sounded good. And I also watch my own stuff because it teaches me how to better my delivery for the future. So I don't watch my live replays because I'm just obsessed with looking at myself. It's more so about the delivery and hearing how it sounds to the audience. And if I'm satisfied with it, then I know the right audience will be satisfied with it. If I'm not satisfied with it, then I can, make adjustments the next time I do a live stream or a video or something, right? But yeah, I was in the Epsom salt bath and I was, kind of thinking about what do I want to do with these pre-recorded videos? Do I want to keep doing the walking with purpose, right? Or do I want to change it up and do car chat or driving with purpose, right? And I've also been talking about doing a second set of videos, whether the first set was a walking with purpose or car chat or driving with purpose, right? I've been talking about doing something at night and releasing the video 5 nights a week before bedtime with Eli. And let me tell you, what I came up with. Mondays, this is how my Mondays have gone for the last several Mondays since I started doing the Walking with Purpose videos pre-recorded, because they're in high quality 4K 60 frames per second. They take longer to process and render out, right? You got to come up with a game plan, right? So what I was doing was the previous Mondays. So the video I released today and the videos I'm releasing this week, I prepared for those videos last Monday. I created the thumbnails with the topics. I wrote a Word document with the titles. I'll print them out so I can have the topics when I go out on my walks to remember the topics, right? So I prepare for that on Mondays. On Tuesdays, I go out and record the videos, all 5 videos at once. And I also record 2 additional videos, like some fillers, to just throw in an extra video, a couple times throughout the current week, right? So I record whenever I do batch recording. Whenever I'm doing a batch record of 5 videos for the following week, I also record 2 videos for the present week, right? Because I want to keep my stuff as present as possible. Even though most of it's evergreen content, doesn't matter when you view it, but I do want to release my stuff as close to the date I recorded it as possible, right? Because things can possibly change, right? But when you're doing 4K 60 frames per second, and these files are huge, and they take, even with a fast i9 laptop, like I've said before, I have a 5.3 gigahertz, i9 laptop, 8 core, 16 thread with 64 gigs of RAM. This thing's a beast. It's fast. It's really fast, right? Even with that much power to render out and encode one of these videos, especially putting the lower third with my name across the bottom, it takes, for a 10-minute video, it takes about 2 hours of processing time. So for each 5 minutes or so, for every 5 minutes or so, well, maybe for every 7 minutes or so, it's about, 1 hour of rendering time. So when I do like a 20-minute video, it's like 3 hours of rendering time with the fastest computer, because the quality's so great. And what you folks don't realize is that 4K is 4 times the resolution of 1080p at 30 frames per second. When you add double the frames, 60 frames per second, it even takes longer to process than 4 times longer of the 1080p video at 30 frames per second. So, Tuesdays I'll batch record the videos. Tuesday evenings, I transfer the file, which when you record a couple hours of raw videos, you have like a 40 gigabyte file on your iPhone, right? I then take that 40 gigabyte file and I transfer it to my laptop. And because the damn iPhones still only transfer at USB 2.0 speeds, which is 480 megabits per second, it literally takes about 20 minutes to transfer that file onto my laptop. That's the slowest part of the whole thing. I don't know why they haven't increased the transfer speed, removing data from the iPhone to your laptop to USB 3.0 or 3.1, but that's just the way it is. I then take that file. That file is what's called high efficiency H.265 encoding, which, it's very difficult to work with an H.265 file. So what I do is I run that through a program called Handbrake, and I convert it to H.264. And for a 2-hour, file that's 40 gigabytes, 4K at 60 frames per second, it takes about 7 to 8 hours to, you know, transcode that to H.264. So I'll typically let that run overnight on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays, I will get up, and in order for me to use Adobe Premiere Pro to have smooth scrolling through the timeline to render things out, I then have to do one more step. I have to create what's called a proxy, a low-resolution proxy. And to create that proxy file, it takes about an hour. At that point, we're looking at Wednesday late morning, right? Now I can start to chop up those 7 videos, right, and render them out. It doesn't take that long to edit them, but once I have each individual one chopped up, then I have to render it out. And like I said, for every 7 minutes of video or so, it takes about an hour to render it out. Now, the cool thing is my laptop is so powerful, I can render and multitask, doing web browsing and other things with no problem, right? And what I typically try to do is I try to render out a couple of videos each day until I get all 7 of them done. And I also upload them to YouTube as quickly as possible, because YouTube, to process a 4K 60 frames per second file in full resolution, depending on the length, it takes about 12 to 24 hours to fully process that. So I'm sharing this with you folks because I really, really want you to have a good understanding of the amount of time and effort and work it takes to just produce one of these high quality videos you've been seeing on my channel. So, I was thinking to myself, do I just not do the Walking with Purpose streams anymore? Or take a break and just do the Before Bedtime with Eli? Or do I find a way to make both happen? And I said to myself, I love a good challenge. I'm a fighter. I'm not a physical fighter, but, I like to fight for believing in myself. I like to keep pushing myself, which is what I'm trying to say, right? And so I decided that I'm going to do Walking with Purpose this week, 5 episodes, and I'm also going to be recording 5 episodes of Before Bedtime with Eli starting tonight. In addition, when I record those 5 episodes of Before Bedtime with Eli tonight, I will be recording 2 other shorter videos as kind of fillers for in between the week, because I want to give you folks as much content as possible. I want your phones to keep going off with notifications from me, knowing that I'm here for you throughout each and every day, or almost each and every day, because I do take a day or 2 off each week, right? Spending that with my lady or family or whatever, right? But I want to be in your inbox. I want to be the person that you can count on and rely upon when you have questions regarding any aspects of your life, regarding business or personal. So, what did I do today? I created 10 thumbnails, 5 thumbnails for the Walking with Purpose videos that I'll be shooting tomorrow on a walk. So there'll be no Walking with Purpose live tomorrow. Okay, I also created 5 thumbnails. I created 5 thumbnails on Walking with Purpose, and I created another 5 thumbnails on Before Bedtime with Eli. Give me a second, a few people here. I'm trying to pass people, but they're letting their dog pee in. They were moving towards me. I was trying to give them space, but see, When you try to do the opposite of what you think that people are going to do to avoid them, then they start doing the same thing you do. That's called Murphy's Law. But that's okay. We're good. So yeah, I created 5 more thumbnails for before bedtime with Eli. All set to go. I created my Word documents, and I will print out the topics, because whether I'm recording, from my walk or from my bedroom, which is where these before bedtime with Eli videos will be shot at, I want to have the topic there so I don't butcher it, right? And I can just sit there and bulk record these in one sitting. I don't think the before bedtime with Eli ones are going to be as long as the walking with purpose ones, because there's a different purpose for them, which I'll get to that in just a little bit. There's going to be a major difference for the format of the videos regarding before bedtime with Eli. They're probably going to be shorter. They're probably going to be 10 minutes or less, which will definitely save time on encoding. And also, when, let's say you're laying in bed and, you're an hour before you're hitting the sack, you're watching TV in your bedroom, right? We all have TVs in our bedrooms now. Most of us typically do, right? Smart TVs, right? You're sitting there with your smartphone, you're trying to relax, and then, boom, before bedtime with Eli, releases a video with some motivational, inspirational, and things you can do to clear your head, relieve the stress, and allow yourself to get the best possible sleep you can, because sleep is very important. And many people have problems sleeping because they're consumed by many other things in their lives. I know that. I used to let things get to me. It used to affect my sleep. I'll tell you, folks, there's nothing that heals the body the fastest and most consistent than a good night's sleep. And there are some tips and tricks that my late father even taught me before he passed away. He shared this with me when I was younger, and I think I may have talked about it on a stream somewhere in the past, buried, but I'm going to put it in a pre-recorded video. I'm actually going to probably put that in the intro video I'll be recording tonight and share with you folks what that is. A major tip on how to get a better night's sleep and how you will feel twice as refreshed with that better night's sleep than just a usual night's sleep, all right? Those are the types of things that I'm going to be talking about, regarding, these videos before bedtime with Eli. Of course, I'll take topic requests and I can talk about anything and everything, but that's for the most part what it's going to be. It's going to be just another touch of Coach Eli, at least 5 days per week. Now, give me a second here. I'm on my second lap right now. Let me get over here and I'll check out the chat. I think Queen just put something out there. How can you record 5 videos at one time? You got 5 phones or something? I play Candy Manor until I fall asleep. Well, Queen, that's a pretty interesting question. No, Queen, I'm not recording 5 videos at the exact same time. I'm doing what's called batch recording. It's something that many YouTubers do, and it's a very effective way to just hit record on your camera. There's a little kid there that just came right in front of me with this little bike. I'm trying to avoid him. Yeah, batch recording means you record one video after the other, Queen, not at the same time, and you just let the camera, which is going to be my iPhone 12 Pro Max, record. I do have an awesome $1,000 digital camera, the Sony a6400, that does do 4K video, which I would use for these videos, but it only does 4K at 30 frames per second. Most of these mirrorless cameras, unless you spend like 5 to 10 grand, they don't do 4K at 60 frames per second. So I use my iPhone for that, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max and even the 13s now, they do incredible 4K at 60 frames per second. So all I do is I put my iPhone on the same selfie stick. It's also a tripod. The legs will open up. I set it up. When I do stuff from the car or from my bedroom and stuff, and I'm not walking, I don't use this headset. I have they're not that much, it's $50. It's where this windscreen came from initially. I have a what do you call that damn thing? It's the shotgun microphone, the Rode Video Micro Me L version, because now iPhone doesn't have the 3.5 millimeter jack. I have to use an extension to plug in this headset because it uses a 3.5 millimeter jack. But the Rode Mini shotgun mic that points right at me plugs in on the lightning port and gives me better directional audio than using the onboard iPhone microphones. Now, the iPhone microphones have gotten pretty good. There's actually 3 microphones on the iPhone. I think there's like 2 in the back and 1 in the front or something like that, right? And they're pretty good, but they're still not as good as an external microphone. So I use my Rode Mini shotgun microphone and point it at me. Set up my background, have my bed looking nice, have maybe the lamp on, get the lighting right, and then just press record and let it just record continuously for like an hour, hour and a half, however long it takes to get through all 5 of the topic videos. And then if I want to throw in a couple of fillers, for the current week, just to give you folks some extra videos, I record them in one shot. So it's one after the other, Queen. And the reason why it's more productive that way, you don't have to stop the camera. You have one big file that you can then transfer to your laptop, and then you can just chop it up from your rendering program at that point. So does that make sense? Or I hope that makes sense. I think most people understood what I meant by that, but many people, ever since live streaming came out, many people don't even know how to edit videos and render videos, right? I mean, I come from the days before live streaming. Don't get me wrong. Oh, that was a stick. That got caught in my shoe for a second. I come from the days of before live streaming. I was doing podcasting back then. That's how I know how to, speak and, run these shows. These live shows are pretty much like a video version of a podcast. But I did a lot of video editing when I used to run business networking events all over Northern California. And I would promote my upcoming events and stuff. And if we were to open up a new chapter, I would shoot a video with the leaders that were chosen for that area and show the venue and put some exciting music in the background, and did a lot of fancy video editing. So before I decided to become a full-time YouTuber and do this full-time, I was already experienced in this process. Give me just a second here. I'll check out the chat in just a second here. Lots of people here today for a Monday. And people going back to work after the long weekend for the holiday, for Thanksgiving. You see, somebody just yelled out loud. They're from a distance saying, "What's your channel?" And I'm too far away. I got to run my show. That's what kids do. They ask for your channel, and they never go there, right? They just want to feel important for the moment, right? And instead of the guys that are doing it, right? Because instead of these guys hanging out with the ladies and learning how to socialize with the ladies at a young age, they start trolling in real life, right? That's what happens. That's how trolling is born nowadays. These guys don't know how to get the attention of women, or they don't know how to communicate with women, which is what they really want. And when they fail a few times, then they just turn into trolls to fill in the void, right? Yeah, everybody's yelling. Who gives a shit? Eli, I like to start poop, but in a good way, of course, Queen. Dion's back. Dion Sifusmo says, LOL, Queen. We're about to finish second lap, folks. We are at 46 minutes. And today, I don't feel the need to go to the restroom because I've had a very productive day. I had my coffee earlier on in the morning. It's when sometimes I don't get to my YouTube stuff until later, and I'm drinking coffee literally up until the time I'm going to go live on these walks. And even if I use the restroom like right before I come out for the walk, then I still have to go. But if it's been like an hour or two since my last cup and I've gone a couple times, then typically I'm fine. I think today I'm going to be fine. No restroom pit stop. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. And so tonight I'm going to be shooting 7 videos, 5 topic videos, before bedtime with Eli, and then 2 other just, fillers of whatever I decide to do on the fly. And I'm going to start the rendering process and encoding and all that stuff. Same process as I mentioned for, the other videos I've been doing that will also start up again tomorrow after I shoot the walking videos, right? So now it's just going to be, trying to incorporate adding twice as many videos. That was a nice person. Adding twice as many videos than before, and coming up with a system that doesn't burn me out, allows me to still live my life, go out with my lady, hang out with my family, and do all that. I think I'm going to be able to do it. But yeah, we're going to see. We're going to start it tonight. We're going to try it out. We're going to see what happens. And that first video before bedtime with Eli, I'm planning to release it this Wednesday. So, that means after I'm done recording, batch recording those videos tonight, I'm going to go right to the laptop. Transfer the file, start transcoding it to, a more workable file like I mentioned earlier, from H265 to H264. It's probably going to take overnight, 6-7 hours to do that. Tomorrow morning I get up, I create the proxy so I can have smooth scrubbing through Adobe Premiere Pro. That's going to take about an hour. And then I'm going to cut out the first 2 videos and upload those. That way, the first video between tomorrow afternoon. By the time it's uploaded, rendered out and uploaded, will fully process by the time I need to release it tomorrow evening or Wednesday evening, right? So this is, this sounds like a complicated math problem. This is a lot of stuff, folks. This is a lot of stuff and a lot of work. And for anyone that's just starting out doing YouTube, this will certainly overwhelm you. I'm only sharing this because this is what it really takes. Once you get the hang of things, this is what it really takes to get your message out there and to stand out on YouTube. You got to go above and beyond. You got to keep moving forward. You know, I know a lot of my videos, because I've had some interesting experiences out here on this platform, a lot of my pre-recorded videos are getting 50 to 100 views. They're not getting a lot of views, and that is okay. And when I start uploading these new videos, I'm only probably going to get about 50 to 100 views also, and that is okay. But the more and more I upload those videos, at some point, one or two of them are going to get picked up by the YouTube algorithm. And that's going to make the difference. I'm going to make a prediction right now. That by sometime early on in January or middle of January or so, I'm going to have a video that actually triggers the algorithm. The views will come, bro. I know, dude. I know. That's why I'm going to continue putting out content, Dion, at an incredible rate. I'm going to pump out as much content as I can. 2 to 3 pieces of content on most days. Some days you might not get any. Typically, maybe on a Sunday and the day I see my lady, but at least 5 days out of the week, you're going to get 2 to 3 pieces of content between pre-recorded videos, a walking live stream, maybe an in-studio stream too. The only thing is, this is the thing that I'm contemplating. YouTube only sends out notifications 3 times every 24 hours, right? So if I put out a 4th video in 24 hours, it won't notify my subscribers that bang the bell and select all notifications. But that's okay, because I'm going to be honest with you folks. I love my subscribers. I love everybody, right? And I'm here for my subscribers and supporters from the past, right? But I'm more concerned about hitting a new audience. I'm more concerned about people finding me through search and the YouTube algorithm suggesting my videos to people that they feel would like my content, suggesting my videos to the right audience. That's why I am working at this pace right now. I'm a 47-year-old, almost 48-year-old man. And I will tell you, and I'm not saying this to show off or anything, but the amount of work adding another set of pre-recorded videos on top of everything else I'm doing, I'm working like a slave right now. I'm working like a slave right now. Why am I working like a slave? Because I believe in myself and I love what I do. And I want to help more and more people. Is that you, Lewis Fuller? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. It's nice to see you here, man. Welcome, 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 dude. I feel pretty good. I'm on my 3rd lap. Heck, I may even do a 4th lap if I continue to feel this good. Let me see. Lewis Fuller says, well, hang on a second here. Dion says, the views will come, bro. At least you don't pay for your views like some people we know. Well, here's the thing, dude. I know who you're talking about. The thing is, I don't talk about those people anymore, because when you talk about them, then they start to live view bot you, and they start to buy you likes and all that stuff. And then YouTube just removes that after the stream is over. You know what I mean? They do it because they want to get attention, because they're miserable, right? And I think the guy that does it the most, I think he may even be a part of your channel, Dion. But that's all good, bro. It's not a big deal. Even if they live view botted me or like bombed me or whatever, dude. I really don't care. Like right now, we've got 10 thumbs up. I have a feeling we're gonna get like bombed again, just because we're talking about it, right? It's hilarious, man. Wow. Actually, that's not 10 thumbs up. That's 10 people here. We have 5 thumbs up. I'm sorry. There are 5 thumbs up. I saw that wrong. My apologies. Hey, I'm even happy to have 10 people here watching live, you know? 10 people that really want to be here. That's great. And we're going to continue to build off of that. Lewis Fuller's in the house. Let me acknowledge him before he thinks I forgot about him. I just got back from the store, says Lewis Fuller. Today is my sister's birthday. Oh, Adelaide's birthday. Happy birthday, Adelaide. Why don't you ever stop on by the stream and we can all wish her happy birthday here. That's all that counts. More specific there, Dion. I talk about so many things so quickly, bro. I don't even know what you're responding to. That's all that counts. That doesn't matter that we're moving forward. We ignore stuff. It's not a big deal, right? Lewis says, okay. And you know what the funny thing is, Dion? I'll take a moment to talk about this. You know, when it comes to the trolls and the haters, right? They're just trying to do whatever they think is going to get them some attention or move their channels forward, or maybe they're going through something and they need to get a rise at someone else's expense just so it can put a smile on their face, right? And while all that stuff is stupid, you know, I can understand why they do it, right? It still doesn't justify the behavior of grown-ass men doing it, but, you know, I understand why they do it. And once you start to realize why people do these things to you, it doesn't bother you anymore, right? And I'm trying to teach people here to never let things like that bother you, right? By sharing my examples and my experiences, you know, of what I went through when they were doing it to me, right? And they're still doing it. Maybe not as much because I just don't feed into it, right? You know, talking about it right now for example purposes is just, it's just an example. Like I don't get triggered on YouTube anymore. I used to get triggered in real life in my younger days, and then I figured that out. Then I came out on YouTube, and I used to get triggered at people that I didn't realize were intentionally trying to trigger me just to make content out of me. Fake instigated drama content, right? I didn't even know about that. I didn't know that that's what people did out here. I thought YouTube was a place where people were just creating their greatness, right? I didn't know people came on YouTube, especially grown-ass men and women. I didn't know they came on YouTube to project their insecurities and to intentionally trigger people just to make content off of them to entertain an audience that likes that kind of stuff because they're all miserable and they enjoy seeing other people get kicked down that they perceive to be better than them. That's when I figured that out, man, I was like, it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Leave that shit behind, right? Let them have their fun with other people, right? Let them have their fun with people that are at their level. I rise above those things. I'm at a different level. Now, does that mean these people are not capable of rising up to my level? They are. They're just not ready for it yet. And they may never be ready for it. Maybe this is what they want to do forever. Who knows? All I know is I've risen above it. And it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't faze me one bit. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. I went to her Facebook page to wish her a happy birthday. That's awesome, Queen. I'll wish her a happy birthday later, but right now, live on the air, happy birthday to Adelaide, Lewis Fuller's sister. Sifu Smo Dion says, all that counts is that you have a genuine, solid 10 people watching. Yeah, and you want me to be honest with you, Dion? I'm not really even concerned at this point about the views on the live streams. I do the live streams as a way to update the people like you and Queen and other people that I care for. I do it because my lady enjoys them, and there are people that enjoy these streams. There isn't really much growth that comes from these live streams. Live streams are typically made for a pre-existing audience. If people don't know you, they're less likely to watch a longer live stream of you. Once they get to know you and they like you and want to engage with you more, then they'll come to your live stream. But here's the thing, Dion. This is what I'm trying to teach you and other people and help you guys understand that. And I think you're getting it now, Dion, because I see you doing similar things I've been doing, and I'm proud of you. Like, for me, I do a walk almost every day no matter what. So why not broadcast it live and talk with you folks? I'm already here walking. All I have to do is bring my equipment and go live. Now, there's a little setup from the studio to create a thumbnail, because I like to, even with my mobile streams, I like to use an actual thumbnail, not just take a picture like the YouTube app says, smile for the picture, right? I like to use a real thumbnail and change a few other settings on the desktop version of YouTube, which are not available on the app. But by the time I have that set up and come and, do the walk, all I have to do is set up my selfie stick and my microphone and launch the YouTube app and, press go live, and that's it. And talk with you folks while I'm doing what I was already doing. A lot of people don't realize that you can incorporate being a YouTuber or creating content while you're doing your everyday stuff. Lots of cars coming in all on the road. They're all big SUVs. Yes, you have the best thumbnails. Yeah. That's interesting. Queen? I don't know who that channel was. I think it's somebody that's followed me in the past. I'll have to find out. I know you banned, what was that, Gamer Babe? Okay. Yeah, I'll see if Gamer Babe sends me an email afterwards. Yeah, it's probably a troll, but I'm not sure. If Gamer Babe is not a troll, you can email me at Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com, and I'll unban you later if I can verify you're not a troll. But that was quite odd, unless that's your woman, Dion, under a name protecting her identity, which is a smart thing, brother. Yes, you have the best thumbnails. I appreciate that. I take a lot of pride in my thumbnails. I used to create my thumbnails. I still do create some of them through Photoshop manually, but now I use Canva. In order to step up my game, I had to find a quicker way to get everything done. Canva puts it all in one. Plus, I have a license, a commercial license to use images for backgrounds for my live streams and thumbnails and all of that. So I'm protected there for commercial usage. I can duplicate thumbnails. I can download them at the highest resolution like I do through Photoshop. Canva, there's so much you can do for Canva. I pay for Canva Pro. I got 1 month free, and it's like $12.95 or $99. That's like $13 a month. And I'm like, okay, I'll pay it. I'll pay it because the amount of thumbnails and images I use weekly more than pays for it with the amount of time I save. I save so much time. If I had to do all that stuff in Photoshop, it would take me a while. I'd have to get the images elsewhere, make sure they're able to be used commercially, that I have the rights to use them, right? And then just outputting them all individually. Like, don't get me wrong, Photoshop is great, right? But when you have a program like Canva that can do things in bulk and quicker and everything is there, it's just the way to go. Gamer Babe sounds like a troll. Nice catch, Queen. Well, I'll find out. And if Gamer Babe is not a troll, then I'll unblock he, she, who knows? It could be a guy trying to pretend that he's a female troll or something like that. Some guys will do that. Trust me, my trolls will do anything, right? Because they know pretty much nothing slips past my radar. But anyway, yeah, we got 11 people here right now. That's awesome. 7 thumbs up. Thank you to everyone for being here. We're on lap number 3. Just waiting for those people to walk on by when they were biking on the sidewalk. You really can't ride your bike on the street out here because it's so narrow. There really is no bike lane. Well, you're supposed to actually, you're supposed to bike on the street, but it's really not safe, even though that's where they want you. So people just use the sidewalk. I'm hoping at some point they redo the streets out here, make them a little wider. I mean, they may have to chop down a few trees to do it over here. I mean, there's plenty of space to make the street wider if they come into the park area. That may be part of the future plan. I mean, they're doing multi-million dollars worth of renovations out here. They're probably, if I had to guess what the renovation plan for the entire park is over the next few years, I'd probably say it's at least a $50 million job, at least, maybe more. Who knows, could be $100 million. But the bottom line is they're investing into the future, and they're also going to draw more people here from other cities in the county, in San Mateo County where I live, plus from all over the Bay Area or Northern California. They kind of want to make Red Morton Park and Redwood City like a tourist attraction. And Redwood City it's an awesome city. It's a city that has the #1 climate in the entire U.S. and the 3rd best climate in the entire world, with our microclimate between the Pacific Ocean and the San Francisco Bay. So yeah, we'll see what they end up doing. I know they've been working on making a new, they're going to redo the swimming pool and the swimming pool building. And they're going to be redoing the senior center, which is going to be an amazing senior center. It's going to be one of the most high-end senior centers on the planet. They have the layout on what it's going to look like up against the fence in that area. I've shown it to you folks before. But yeah, see, look at all these buildings here. These are old. These are all going to go. These are old school brick. Now, I will tell you, brick, you can't burn brick. That right there, what is that? That looks like shingle. That looks like asphalt shingle. Or is that tile? No. Is that tile? I think that's tile roofing right there, like old school tile. That's why it's lasted so long. So it's brick and tile. Let me let this family go by here. That's why these buildings have lasted so long. Like, they were built so well. No, there is nothing wrong with old school brick, Queen. The thing is, it doesn't look as nice, right? It looks kind of old school, and everything is going with the modern look. Just waiting for that person to go by. Yeah, that guy didn't know which way to go. I forgot what I was going to say now. Well, that's why this lasted so long, because you have brick, you have tile roofing. It just doesn't look as nice. I mean, if they had to rebuild with brick and tile and all that stuff, I mean, they're probably going to put tile roofing on the new building, but it's not going to be brick on the outside. We'll see. We'll see what they do once it's done. Looks like the bathroom, the walls are made of like stone. That can't burn. Give me a second here. I got to get out of this area here because there are some people that are smoking the 420. And I'm not into 420. I know it's legal for recreation usage here and in many states here in the U.S. But I don't need to be contact high or anything. I have work to do. I don't need any of that stuff. I keep it au natural. Starting to get dark here at Red Morton Park. I'm probably going to make this the final lap and only do 3 laps today. It is getting dark, and I do need to get back and save my voice to record 7 pre-recorded videos tonight. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please get them in the chat now. I'll be going off the air in about 7 to 10 minutes. We are at 1 hour and 13 minutes right now. So let me know what you folks think that are watching this live, or if you so happen to watch this on the replay. Let me know what you think about, before bedtime with Eli. I think I did mention the purpose of it, but let me just say it again in case I didn't get into that much detail. So, before bedtime with Eli is going to be more of a motivational and inspirational type of video segment that I'm going to try to do every day. Maybe even 7 days a week. For now, it's going to be 5. I'm going to start it this Wednesday, and it's going to go Wednesday through Sunday. And then next week, I may even try to do it 7 days. I know that would be a challenge. I have to see how long these videos are going to be. And I'm not going to know how it's going to go until I just start recording, because I'm on the fly. I have my topics, and then I'm on the fly. And once I get into a groove, I figure out approximately how long each video should be for this type of material, right? But I'm assuming they're going to be about around 10 minutes each or so. Maybe some 15 at the most. So I have to figure all this out. Got somebody coming here. I'm going to wait a second. This is the tough thing when they have this all blocked off. You're putting work in, Coach. Nice. You've been uploading like 4 times a day. I wouldn't say quite that much, bro. Probably 2 to 3 times a day. I've been doing a live stream, at least 1 live stream and 1 pre-recorded video a day. Some days you get a second video from me and a live stream. That's 3. But it's probably about to go up to 3 to 4 right now. I'm just trying to get my... I really hate those rockets. You know what they're called, the rockets, right? Brrr. It's not like a lawnmower. No muffler. Illegal, not street legal. I forgot what I was going to say. I think I was saying that I just got to see, how feasible this is going to be, how sustainable it's going to be from a time standpoint and energy standpoint. Yeah, Queen's laughing. She knows what kind of rockets I'm talking about, right? Queen Helen Casey 2.0. So, Queen, did you change your name again? So you added the Rose, then you added 2.0, huh? That's interesting. So many people have reinvented themselves out here on YouTube, like 2.0, 3.0, because of the guidelines giving them some troubles, right? Having some channels shut down and stuff. You know what the funny thing is, Dion? A lot of those people that you're trying to shy away from, figure of speech, right? You're not a shy guy, but, you're trying to get away from them, right? A lot of them, they've had so many channels shut down, and it's like they keep reinventing themselves. 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. And every time they get shut down, they get triggered because people are flagging them. And they're tired of people flagging them and getting shut down. Well, how about not violate the guidelines, and it doesn't matter if people flag you, then you won't get shut down. Who knows? Maybe when I got that community guideline warning, maybe people mass flagged me, and that's what caused that, right? But here's the thing. It doesn't matter if people mass flag you and then YouTube takes your video down. That's an AI mistake, right? All you do is you appeal it, and then they say, oh, this is just a mistake. These people were mass flagging him. So let's just reinstate his video and apologize, right? So to the people out there that are complaining that they keep getting their channels shut down, why not just abide the damn guidelines, and you'll have no issues. I'm not talking about you, Queen. You haven't had any channels shut down. You've had a couple strikes, but you know when to stop, Queen. Queen, you know when to stop and write it out. And you'll be back, Queen. But see, you're much smarter than the rest of them. And see, Queen, another thing I respect about you is you have a lot more emotional self-control than they do, to the point of where if you've got 2 strikes on the channel, you're going to be cool and calm and wait it out for the 90 days for them to expire, right? And then you'll be back, right? Queen LOL. 7.0. Oh, you're talking about American Dream Mike, huh? You're talking about Mike American Dream, huh? When you say 7.0, 6.1, 6.2, right? I can never understand Why that guy has so many channels and then he simulcasts on 3 different YouTube. I don't think he does it as much anymore now. But there was one time he was simulcasting on 3 YouTube channels at the same time, and it's like, what's the point of that? What is the point of that? If you reuse content, doing that, if YouTube sees him do that, they'll shut all the channels down, all 3 of them. It doesn't make any sense. And she's a woman too. She's got more emotional control than most men on YouTube. Amen, brother. If I had, you know what, dude? If I had my applause button here from the studio, I'd give you the biggest damn round of applause that ever existed, bro. You're right. Queen Helen Casey has more emotional self-control than most men on YouTube. Why? Because these guys are grown-ass men that behave like 2-year-old little female dogs, right? I have more respect for teeny tiny little female dogs than most of these dudes, these grown-ass dudes, and the way they behave out here. It's pathetic, dude. It is. It's really freaking pathetic, man. I don't talk about that a lot. I don't mention their names anymore because then they'll make content out of me anyways, right? Me just saying this, they'll assume I'm talking about them. No, I'm not talking about anyone in particular, but you're probably the people that assume I'm talking about them. You're a part of that, but you're not the only aspect of it. There are tons of grown-ass men in their 30s, 40s, and 50s and beyond on YouTube that behave in the absolute most absurd and pathetic ways ever. I've never seen anything like it since I came out on YouTube full time about 5 years ago on my former channel. A lot of these guys are from the Midwest and the South, and they're trying to attack me because I've lived a good lifestyle, right? I've had a good life, and I'm a happy person. I come from a happy family, and because they come from poverty and misery, they have to project on me. No disrespect to coming from poverty, right? Or not having as much as other people do, but why project? Why project? Especially if you're a grown-ass man. You should be happy for what you have. And just because another man may have more than you, it doesn't make him any better. So why try to kick him down, right? I never, ever, ever show off anything. Nothing. Zero. Zip. Right? I come from a well-to-do family, and we've all done well. But we never show off. We're the most humble and decent people, right? But these people, they can tell the well-to-do people, and, it makes them miserable to the point of where the only way they feel better is to try to kick us down. You get to the point of where you just ignore it. It doesn't matter, right? It's just the way it goes. All right, we're at an hour and 23 minutes. YouTube will find another excuse to strike me again. Not unless you give them one, Queen. I mean, you're doing fine, Queen. You're going to write out your strikes and you'll be back. Queen, let me tell you, I'll say this again before I wrap this up. For the amount of controversial content you put out on YouTube, you're still around, Queen. You may have 2 strikes, and it's happened a few times. But then you stop, you ride them out, and you're back. Queen, like the amount of controversial stuff you've talked about and done to only have gotten the few strikes you have, that's pretty impressive, Queen. I know any strike at all sucks, but Queen, you're actually doing a lot better than most of the other people that create content similar to yours. So, all right, folks, time to wrap things up at an hour and 24 minutes. I want to thank you all for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications. I'm off to record some more videos. Got to get something to eat and just keep it moving. Queen says that's why I stay on Twitter temporarily to tweet everything out. Awesome, Queen. Awesome, Queen. Thank you to Queen Helen Casey for being here. Thank you to Dion, a.k.a. Sifu Smo, for being here. Thank you to Lewis Fuller for being here earlier and making us aware of his sister Adelaide's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Adelaide. And thank you to everyone else that was watching behind the scenes. Have yourselves a great one. And I'm probably, you know what? I may just do an in-studio stream tomorrow because I'm going to be recording my Walking with Purpose pre-recorded videos and won't be doing a walking stream. So more than likely tomorrow, you will get Crazy Dating Stories, Volume 4 on Coach Eli, Elias Melas' channel. Have a good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.